Oh, is that Hammond?
Transcendence? Singularity? The woman's gone mad. Whatever next? Choir boys and angels? Listen to me. No one knows, not I, not her, not anyone, what would happen if you and Heather merged. What on earth is she thinking about? Oh my. What a mess. And after all our work.
I'm inclined to agree.
Well, yes, I suppose it is possible you could be reborn. But you might just as easily be driven into madness. Think about it. Every single neurological impulse in the world, all over, screaming in your head at once. Can you imagine? I dare say you'll just keel over and die. Please. Why take such a risk? You're already perfect. You already have all the influence you need. You have the crow's nest, singularity and megalomaniacal lunacy.
Yeah, I really tend to agree, but aren't you supposed to be on her side?
My loyalty is to humanity. But this is narcissism. She obviously stared at the earth so long from up here, she's begun to see nothing in it but herself. While we down here have so much to learn. But one step at a time, for goodness sake.
Yep, spot on. I mean, especially the narcissism part with the whole "I will live on through you." Yeah, like hell you are. Let me guess, you've got another idea in mind.
You're right, I do. And one based on practical, achievable goals. Not this faith and fantasy. GSV2 will be out of action for quite some time. I shan't point any fingers, but we don't need it now. Not when you can control Heather yourself. This is your chance to open the door for humankind. Destroy GSV, just as she told you to. But do not merge with Heather. Overcome it. Rein it in. Use it alongside us. It's a tool for knowledge, for balance, not some seat for a god. Please, think about it. Do as I say, you will succeed the Crow as the head of the complex, but with us. And that means with the people of the world.
I hope it's true what she says next, because you realize I could just as easily decide to burn the complex to the ground as rule it, right?
And that would be an emotional reaction to our checkered history with you. But now when you understand that we all seek the same thing, the greater good, surely some water has passed beneath the bridge. And should you disagree with any of our methods, you will have the power to change them. All you need to do is assume the mantle of our leader.
I kind of disagree with the fact that you exist and that there actually is a leader, so I would like to burn this to the ground.
And I cannot force your hand. I merely offer you a practical alternative. I beg that you take it. Once you step into cyberspace, you will be on your own, free to make your own choice, and a choice you can make. I implore you, make it the right one.
Interesting. Well, I'm definitely not inclined to go along with what the Crow wants, but I'm not sure I want what Hammond wants either. I don't want there to be a complex. And I really don't think there should be a leader that decides the fate of the world or anything like that. So, yeah. Let's see what the options are gonna be. Okay, then we have some health. Again. Let's see where the paths are. There's 3 sides to go. Oh god. I need the right tool for the job. Right, that's better. Okay. Yes, that is 1 down. There we go. Sorry if I'm a bit silent, but I kinda want to do this without having to pop out of cyberspace 10 million times, so I'm trying not to take damage here. Okay, there's another one up there. Another generator, I mean. Alright. But yeah, I wonder, like, the ideal situation for me now would be a situation where we can destroy Kether. Because I think that's what it takes. Not only destroy Kether, but destroy the whole complex and just tear everything down. Like, and I mean, like, anarchy is preferable to this. Like, this is just, you know, this whole benevolent rule, quote unquote, by the enlightened scientific ruling class, or whatever this is supposed to be, is a pretty nightmarish scenario. And if there is an ending that lets us prevent this, then I am looking to take it. Like, get rid of all this and hopefully destroy all evidence of it so it cannot be redone. Which of course may just end up delaying the inevitable, but at least, you know, it's something. Because yeah, there's no benefit for humanity in, like, basically treating them like an experimental anthill and just I don't know, it's no, it just goes against everything. There we are. Oh god, these guys, I hate them so much. Alright. Almost there. Or rather, it's probably quite a ways to go still, but Jesus Christ. Hello? Okay, what did I miss? Oh, crap. That wasn't my best move so far, but hey, we have a lot of health, so who cares? What am I missing? Okay, I'm missing this. This is where it goes into the next level, I guess. Oh. Well, balls. Okay. Jesus. These are sequences that I can't really get used to doing any sort of coherent commentary over, because I'm just not too good at this. Holy crap, what the hell? What is the solution here? It's like a cyberspace boss fight. I guess a little bit of kiting works. Now it would be really nice if that health were still down there, of course. Okay, that's one down. Phew, that was tough. But I guess with a little bit of backtracking you can sort of force it to never really use its death ray. Right, wow. I hope there aren't too many of those left. Because that cost me all my data shields. Okay. We're going deeper. Oh god. I guess if we don't move, they'll just stand there and eat it. I doubt this is working as intended, but I'm not ashamed to cheese this mercilessly because I don't want to get toasted. Well, bye. Okay. And that's the end of that. These guys are just standing guard, I guess, but completely oblivious to being annihilated. Let's do this all again. No regrets. This is, after that last fight, I take any dirty trick advantage I can. Okay, there's nothing to be found here. And some more of these. Oh, the cheese. I mean, it might just be intended, of course, I don't know. Maybe they don't even attack us if we just whiz past, but I'm not gonna take any chances with these things because they will fry us up in a hurry. Are we quite done yet? Okay, what do we have? We have reach singularity or rule the complex. Well, rule the complex. I have a feeling this will... I'm not sure. This is the one I want to take, because I don't want to reach the singularity. For one, that seems to be... Well, it's basically the end of Dex, I guess. I mean, that's... the end of Dex as an individual. And I think there has been a lot of... mention of free will and of what makes an individual, what makes a person. Like, is Dex actually an individual with all her fake memories and sort of instilled character traits? But yeah, of course she is. Like, the moment you set her loose and set her on her own track, then yeah, she'll do things her own way by what makes her her. But of course, it's no longer controlled or predefined because you cannot program a brain. At least that is my belief, that you cannot really completely override the humanity of a person. So I don't think this is the good ending, even though it might be implied that it could be. And I don't think this is the bad ending. I don't think they're either. I don't think there is a good or a bad ending. I think this is the ending that most would allow us to prevent something awful happening, while also putting us in a position to dismantle the complex. Which is what I hope is going to be one likely or possible outcome. So I'm going to go with this one and rule the complex.
12,567,000,001. Zero one. Close your eyes, little bird. Tomorrow's a new world, little bird.
Yeah, it leaves it open, but the dialogue option implied it was a way to handle it, you know, the dialogue option that basically said, you realize I could just as easily blow this whole thing apart than, you know, actually rule it. And I believe that that would be the option that preserves the sort of spirit not only of Dex but of Decker as well, because I mean there's two ways you can react to being constantly jerked around your entire life and being manipulated. One is to put yourself in a position of ultimate power that lets no one ever get on top of you again, which is what, you know, would have happened if we had decided to rule the complex and then actually rule the complex. But I think it's more in keeping with the spirit of the cyberpunk mindset, and also a spirit with which to, you know, express that Dax is an individualist, to just go screw you guys and walk out and all this and just tear it apart and let humanity, you know, leave mankind alone. Don't have any grand designs for people you'll never meet. Yeah, I think that's one implication of the ending. At least, you know, I hope this is what this can mean, to do the ending that way. That's at least my interpretation of how I take this. You know, that Dex basically meets up with the complex and shuts it down. Of course, question is how realistic is it to assume that she has the power, but on the other hand, considering what she's already achieved and what she's already done, I don't think they're in a position to resist, really, with all the information she has and with the position she's in. I mean, from where she's at up there, she has the access to everything. She can just as easily mess with everything and make them unable to pursue their plans. So yeah, we're gonna go with that, because I think the singularity ending, where you are merging with Kether, is pretty nightmarish, not only for Dex, who basically, in my understanding, ceases to exist as a person, because you're basically overwritten, or you know, you merge with the AI. You're no longer yourself. You're at best schizophrenic, and in many ways insane. So yeah, I don't think that's a desirable ending. As far as the current ending goes, I think it's potentially, of course, also pretty terrible if you decide to put her in charge, because I don't think she's like, if you give someone ultimate power, there's always that saying, if you give someone ultimate power, better make sure they're a good person and they can't be tempted or corrupted or whatever. And I don't think that's a realistic proposition. I think ultimately you will end up in a position like the Crow, where you just abstract everything. Like, you're just looking at the world and seeing it as a project, and you don't see each individual and each person in there that has a life, that has thoughts, that has desires, that has, you know, all the implications that come with being a person that you cannot just fathom if you look at the world and see it as a thing to manipulate. Essentially, I hope that the expression of the ending is going to be, you know, tear it down, make it go away, screw this self-evolution thing, at least at this pace, and let's just be done with it. that's at least what my my thoughts on the matter are. In any case, it's been quite an interesting experience to go through the game. I was incredibly pleasantly surprised by the quality of the voice acting. I was incredibly surprised by the quality of the writing throughout. It's really not my genre of gameplay, I have to admit. Like, if this had been a point-and-click adventure, I would have probably much preferred it, because I don't, I just don't do side-scrolling platformers well. I like the cyberspace sequences, actually. I don't know, they reminded me in some ways of, I guess, Isaac in many ways, like just the shooting in various directions, and it's a very, very stupid analogy, but this is the closest I ever get to this sort of gameplay experience, because mostly I just play, RPGs and stuff like, first-person RPGs, or, clickety-clickety Baldur's Gate RPGs, like that sort of thing. But hey, this game was picked up on a whim, and it grabbed me right away, which is why I decided to go against my original plan for a first Let's Play series and decided on this. And I don't regret it one bit. It was a very, very good story with a lot of thought put into it, with a lot of references to, things that I recognize from, like, specifically, of course, Neuromancer, but of course also other, like, sources that, from I don't know, ranging all across the board from Shadowrun to, I don't know, even here Neil Stevens and stuff, and Matrix and whatever. I don't want to insult the writing by just drawing comparisons, because, if you boil it down to things, nobody has had an original thought in 500 years. So in a sense, there is just always this, oh yeah, but this is, this derives from that. It's like, yeah, everything's sort of derivative. So get over it. The combination of this is great. There is a good approach to making this its own thing. It succeeded as a game and as a story, at least to me, and it was fairly rewarding. Towards the end, I was not entirely happy with those last, trial sequences, because it's, from my perspective as someone who really, really enjoys the Souls series of games like Dark Souls, Demon's Souls, Bloodborne, etc. I don't like artificial difficulty. Like, I don't like difficulty that is just imposed on you. I like a good baseline of high difficulty, that's fine. But just going like, haha, we'll make this harder by taking all the stuff you're used to away, that's not something I find particularly enjoyable. That's a personal thing, that's not anything against the game's design, it's just me going like, this part of it I could have done without, but that was what, like 5 or 10 minutes? And the rest of the game, yeah, that was well done. That was, considering that this is an indie title, that's again sounding a bit insulting, like I'm just making this out, pointing this out, like this is an indie title from a new studio, and it blows a lot of games with big budgets out of the water when it comes to writing, storytelling, and even aspects of gameplay. I'm gonna let that sink in a bit. Like, look at what this game actually did, and then look at your value for money you're getting. Like, you're spending less than 20 euros on this, and you're getting, I don't know how many, what was it, 20, 30 hours of gameplay, something like that? Maybe not, like 20? More like 20, I think. And in the end, you get a really, well put together story that is presented in a way that just works, and it's not the 15th iteration of it, or it's not the 500 remake or based on that and that successful franchise. This is someone who had a story to tell and told it through a medium that made it work. And I actually greatly appreciate that. I hope you guys did too. I hope my final thought ramblings weren't too incoherent, and yeah, I'm glad I managed to finish this game. I'm glad I managed to finish my first Let's Play series. I'm appreciate everyone who's been along for the ride. Thanks for your patience and bearing with me. Yeah, I look forward to whatever is to come for the channel, but so far this has been Dex. This has been great. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.